Hello, podcast people, and I hope you're having a fine morning on this fine day. It's actually very beautiful outside, and it sucks because whenever I decide to, I walk to school, it loves to rain and be cold, so that's very nice, but I hope you're having an amazing day. Shout out to Laureen. It's her birthday today. She's 16, and she's amazing, and you guys should follow her on Instagram. And forgive me if I say your Instagram wrong. It's lyy.ly. You'll find it. She should pop up. And I hope you have an amazing birthday, Lorraine. And I really do miss you. And today, the subject I wanted to speak upon, because it's pretty evident, is Black History Month. Sorry, I'm a little stuffed up in my nose. But specifically, I want to speak on Afro Latinx. And if you guys did not know, I am Afro-Latina. Yes, I don't really speak Spanish. Even when I try to attempt, I sound very bad. But I am Afro-Latina. My dad's from Haiti, and my mom is from Puerto Rico, and that makes me Afro-Latina. And actually, because everyone likes, Latinx is the thing because Latino means male. And they put Latinx for women and men. So Afro Latinx, I would prefer people to use that term, And if you guys did not know what an Afro Latina or Latino is, an Afro Latino, Afro Latin American, or Black Latin American refers to Latin Americans of significant or mainly African ancestry. The term may also refer to historical or cultural elements in Latin America, though to have emanated from this community. And if you didn't know, a lot of Afro-Latinos, I'm assuming the highest countries is Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Brazil, Haiti, Mexico, and Cuba. So if you didn't believe me, there goes, these are real statistics, y'all. And what I wanted to talk about first was a small conversation I had with my teacher this week. So if you have, I probably spoke about this before. I have AV production with Mr. Thompson in his class. And so this week we should be doing the project. It's due Friday. And we have to do a video on a person who is represented in is African American and from history. Not like Rosa Parks, stuff like that, but we're not doing Rosa Parks because there are so many Black people that have helped this country and everyone just the same person. But who I chose, and I've chose her before because she's absolutely amazing, is the one and only Celia Cruz. I love Celia Cruz so much. She's Cuban, she's African, she's Afro-Latina, and if you guys don't know who she is, look her up. She is amazing. I'll just give you a little brief on her. You don't really have to look her up. Celia Cruz was a Cuban singer and one of the most popular Latin artists of the 20th century. Celia Cruz rose to fame in Cuba during the 1950s as a singer of guarachas. You see, I'm so bad at Spanish. Earning the nickname La Guaracha de Cuba. She died in 2003, and she was born in October 1925. She's from Havana, Cuba. And yes, her nationality is American Cuban. Only American because she lived in America. But she lived in this country as an exiled Cuban. So I told him I want to do Celia Cruz, and if Mr. Thompson is Black. And he said, "Who's that?" I said, she was a singer. She was literally the queen. If you look her up, it says Celia Cruz, she is the queen of salsa. So he was like, okay, what did she do for the Black community? I said, all the Spanish music to this day that involves, she was the queen of salsa, and she electrified audiences with her wide-ranging, soulful voice and rhythmically, compelling style. Now, basically, a lot of the things that she was famous for also was her voice, because it was deep, and the way she went in from high notes to low notes, and she just changed music. And she was also known as the queen of Latin music. She was most likely, and it's here, the most important Latin singer of her generation, of her time. And I'm saying all of this because Black, Latina women and men are just as important as African American, because Black History Month is not African American History Month. And I think that's what a lot of people tend to forget. They just want to, they don't pay attention to the others. I had to sit there for a whole good 8 minutes with that man and tell him I'm going to do Celia Cruz, because Celia Cruz is Afro-Latina. She's not just Cuban. She has done a lot. All these singers, their music is literally from her. This woman was basically the reason why half these people have, I don't want to be rude to say their careers, because, everyone has worked hard, but a lot of them are influenced from her. A lot. And not just her. Other people too, but she was the most important of her generation. Okay? And also her style, her vibrant colors, the heels, the wigs, everything. People saw her, and if you look up Amara La Negra, not a lot of her, her reason for singing, some of it comes from Celia Cruz. Because Celia Cruz has such an impact on this world and this country. And she also even has a non-profit organization, if I can add that in there. And she's been through a lot. So in this podcast, I don't mean it to be just about Celia Cruz, but I mean it to be that Black people come in different shades, different colors, different ethnicities. If there's people that are mixed with Asian and all that. And I'm just and you're gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me that she's not Black, or she doesn't deserve to be here because she didn't impact African American history? That's very rude. And I have been told so many times, literally this year and my whole life. One time I was rapping a song because it was on. Alright, guys? And I had my friend tell me, don't sing that, you're not Black. And I've had people always tell me, you're not Black. And it's okay, I'm not Black. And then when I get home, my mom doesn't want to give me a Puerto Rican, keychain or something, because she says, I don't rep Puerto Rico. And I'm just how am I supposed to rep Puerto Rico when I am Puerto Rican? That doesn't make no sense. And it's in this household, I'm literally the only Black person. And I have to hear all the time, and I love my family, but I have to hear all the time, oh, Black people are monkeys. Literally last week my grandma told me, don't date a Black guy. Ew. Date a white man or a Spanish man, because they're not gonna have my features and my hair and stuff like that. And I'm not making these stories because people say these stories too. I'm saying it because it's true. And Afro-Latinos, we deal with this all the time. My mom came in 2 nights ago, because my lady, if you guys know, my lady's my aunt. She has a Mexican boyfriend, but before, her exes were all Black, and nothing wrong because they're just Black. But my mom came, she had a little stuffed monkey, and she says, hey, my lady, and I knew what the joke she was gonna make was already, and I was so pissed off in my head. She said, you know what this looks like? It looks like your novio or your boyfriend, the Black one. And she didn't laugh because it's not funny. We told her, why would you make that joke? It's not funny. And I'm going to say this to you guys, and excuse my language. 2 days ago, my mom was because I don't love my dad. And she said, yeah, your father had a nigga smell. A nigga smell. When she said that, I got so pissed off. I said, what is a nigga smell? That's no such thing as a nigga smell. If a person stinks, it's because they don't shower or they need deodorant or something. It's not because their skin color. Black people do not smell bad, because that's not possible. They smell bad if they don't shower, the same as a Mexican, a white person, a Cuban person, an Asian person. That's, or they just have a disease. My dad doesn't have a disease. So that's just very racist. And I'm just how are you going to tell me that in my face? And she's well, my people just say that. Poor Puerto Rican, I'm so I told her, I said, so if you were at the store and you were talking Spanish and someone comes up to you and says, excuse me, it says, oh, go back to your country, you're Mexican. She's like, but I'm not Mexican. I said, exactly. You see how already you're getting offended? Because you are not Mexican, you're Puerto Rican, and you can speak whatever language you want in this country, it does not matter. But you wouldn't want someone to just say that to you, because that's racist, you know? And so what gives you the right to do that to someone else, to another race, to another culture? How are you going to do that? And I'm going to sit here right now and say, I love being black. Like, I'm not going to I used to hate it, but now I don't care. I love being black. I love being Afro-Latino. I love my black side. Okay, I love my Puerto Rican side equally. Like, I don't even say half and half. I say I'm both. I'm full of both, because that's who I am. That's my identity. I love being black and a woman, and Hispanic and a woman, and I don't care that I'm a triple minority, because literally that's what I am. I'm black, I'm Hispanic, and I'm a woman in this country, and I don't care, because I know that I'm going to be able to fight harder, and I want to do that, and I want to show people that we can fight just as hard as you can, maybe even harder. And I shouldn't have to lie about my culture. Like, I had a friend tell me once in middle school, oh, just tell people you're Puerto Rican. Don't say you're Haitian. Like, that was very rude to say. And I was like, oh, okay at the time. But now I know. Not to, sorry if there's like weird background sound, guys. But now I know not to hate on my color, on my skin. You know, I've had people tell me, oh, you're pretty, one of those especially, you're pretty for a black girl. Oh, it's okay, you're not dark like that. And I was just like, you know, that hurts a person. I got made fun of my nose, everything. But now that I'm getting older and I'm coming to realize my heritage and how awesome I am so awesome, because I am an awesome race. And I'm not saying other races suck, because I love Hispanic races. I love my Mexican friends. I love that one weird Pakistani girl. I don't know her name or anything, but I'm just kidding. But I really sorry, my throat was messed up today, guys. I really want every race to know, and especially when it's your month, do not let people talk bad. And just because if you're Hispanic and you don't speak Spanish well, or don't speak Spanish at all, if you're black but you're albino, or you're mixed with white, or anything, it does not make you any less than anybody in your race, you know? Like, my people, we don't have a lot of representation, but, you know, that's fine. I know I need to work hard for people to learn that our community exists and our community matters. Okay? And I hope this wasn't a rant. Next week, hopefully I'm going to be doing little features of my friends. So if you guys want to be featured on my podcast, just, you know, hit me up on my Instagram, Alicia_the_Great. Sorry for all the noise, guys. That's my siblings. Alicia_the_Great with 2 T's. My podcast, I know I said I was going to do on Fridays. I can't do on Fridays because I'm a little stressed out, and I wanted to, you know, to give me a day to break, and then I'll do it on Saturdays. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Officially, I promised you guys that. I know, and I don't want to take all the time out of your day for this podcast. It was long today, but I just needed to like get this off of my chest. So thank you for being there to listening to me rant. Have an amazing day, everybody, and tune in on Monday for my new podcast. And, you know, like I said, if you want to be featured, then we'll be featured. Have a great day, and I love you all, and tune in next time.